Hi, this is math for real people. So remember, when you're watching this video, try to stay focused. If you lose focus, keep watching, try to get it back, and then just replay it because it's a video. So what I'm teaching you right now is how to solve for a variable when something is being added to it. So let's say you have x plus 3 equals 5. Now you should know what x plus 3 or what plus 3 equals 5. Remember, that's what a variable is doing. It's holding a spot. What plus 3 is going to equal 5? Well, we're going to do this for an easy problem because it's going to be the same process as a harder problem. So this is algebra. Don't be scared. You got this. So look at it, and it's going to be the same steps. I'm going to teach you the steps as if you don't know what's happening to the variable. And that way you can put them all together, and during the video that goes over all of them, you'll have the same steps. So what's happening to the variable? That's the first question you ask yourself. What is happening? And what do I mean by that? I mean, look at the side with the variable, side of the equal sign. Remember, this is the equal sign. It separates the two pieces. Look at the side with the equal sign. What's happening to that variable? Well, something is being added to it. So that's why you ask yourself that question. What's happening to my variable? I want to undo that. So what is the opposite of adding 3? That's right, subtracting 3. So you're going to subtract 3. And why are we doing that? Well, because that leaves us with x. Well, a positive 3 minus 3 leaves you with 0. So x plus 0, we don't care about that plus 0, so we don't need to use that. But you can just say x. Now we have x by itself, which is what we're looking for. Now, the third step is whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. So you do the same to the other side. And the reason for that is an equal sign, that is like a balance. So remember, a balance, you have two things balance. If you subtract something from one side, you need to subtract from the other side. If you add something, you need to add something to the other side. It doesn't matter what you do, as long as you do the same thing to both sides, the balance will be fine. So that's what we're going to do. Subtract 3 from both sides. That turns into a 0. We're left with x, and then 5 minus 3 gives you 2. Now, is that correct? We can always check it. You plug it into the original equation, and you say 2 instead of x. Plus 3 equals 5. Is that true? Yeah. 2, 3, 5. So, let me say it one more time with less of me talking. You look at your equation. Equations have equal signs. You look at your equation, and you say, what is next to x that I need to undo? Well, something's being added. So you need to do the opposite and subtract from both, or subtract, and then do the same thing to the other side. Bam, bam, bam. You're left with 2. Now let's do something that might actually be a situation. Let's say you have x, and let's say, okay, so there's an unknown. Let's say you have $23, and you want to buy something for $147. So yeah, you can count up if you needed to, but you have $23. And you need your dad to give you this amount of money. So you're going to say, okay, I need to tell my dad I need this amount of money to buy something for $147. So I look at my equation, and I follow these steps over here, and I say, what is happening? Well, 23 is being added to my variable. So I need to do the opposite. I need to subtract it. And then I need to do the same thing to the other side. I need to subtract it. And you're left with x, because that turned into a 0, equals, and then 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 minus 2 is 2, 1 minus 0 is 1. Your dad has to give you $124 for you to buy whatever you wanted. I hope he loves you, because that's a lot. So that's what you could use algebra for. Now, obviously, a lot of people would see the 147 minus 23 right away, but it's not always going to be that easy. Plus, we're going to add more steps to it. So knowing it this way is going to be helpful to you later, and that's the reason you're watching the video. All right, stay tuned. Look for more videos.